Hello. All right. It is 5:14, so I'm going to start in about 1 minute. So if you are viewing this video later, you will want to skip ahead about a minute or two to the start of the class. But for anybody who is joining, or if you're joining this at another date, I am just going to use a mat today and some hand weights. If you do not have hand weights, you can use some kind of canned good. I know some people will use like empty like milk containers, you know, whatever you have to just to add some weight to it today. But I think I'm only using it for like one move, so it's not super important to have hand weights. Yeah, that's it. We'll start in just a second here. Make sure that everybody can see what I'm doing, and then we'll get started. Yay. Okay, so drop this down a little bit. You can see my okay. It's a little too low. Okay. The science of setting up virtual. When I cleaned my camera off, I realized that after I taught my class on Tuesday, my camera was like all messed up. My kids must have been touching it or something with their fingers, and it was all smudgy and hard to see. Now it's clean, so hopefully it's a more clear picture for you all. Okay, so we will get started. We're going to start with a warm-up, but today we're going to do 4 exercises per round, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds of rest. I broke it down into each round. We're going to have one core focused move, one for lower body, one for upper body, and then a little cardio move. So that's going to be kind of our format for today. And we're going to do 4 rounds and then end with like a quick ab finisher, and then we'll stretch. But we'll get started by warming up first. So if you've got music, feel free to turn that on at home because I don't have any playing in here with me. But yeah, make sure you turn on that music if that is what you like to listen to. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. We're just going to start by marching in place. I'm going to get my timer going here. So we are, you go ahead and start marching. I have the wrong type of alerts going on in here. I don't like it when the lady talks to me. I just like beeps. Okay. There we go. All right, so we're marching in place. Sorry about that. It's going to drive me crazy for this 30 minutes if I listen to her. Robot type voice talk to me. Okay, so we are marching in place. Just picking those feet up a little bit. Moving those arms too. We are going to do some upper body, so we want to make sure that we have everything that we need. Warmed up. All right, good. Let's take it into a little boxer shuffle here. So just nice and light on those toes. You don't even have to pick your feet totally up, but just kind of dancing a little bit on those feet. I'm going to add a little jab here just to get my upper body involved. And after this, we will move into some jumping jacks in about 8 seconds here. Just getting our body nice and warm for the work that we're going to do. 2 and 1. Here we go. Jacks. I'm just going to take one leg out at a time. You can take 2 out. Or just be here. Okay? I'll try to give options throughout the class today, just so that it meets everyone's level. I like nice, inclusive workouts. I think that exercise should be for everybody. All right, we're going to move into some side to sides in 2 and 1. Here we go. So just moving side to side. Warming up those inner thighs just a little bit. Starting to get our heart rate up a bit. I hope you've had a great Thursday. You know what? I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm taking a long weekend, actually. All right, 2 and 1. We're going to just take it into the side lunge. We're just going to drop into that hip. Okay, so just dropping down. A nice dynamic movement, kind of warming up that front of our hip. So dropping that knee, making that front leg work a little bit. Good, let's switch sides. Trying to keep a nice flat back. Pretty much doing that. Good. Almost there. 2, 1. Slowly stand that up. Do a few hamstring curls. Get our arms involved. And then we're gonna finish off with some inchworms and some arm circles. All right, 3, 2, and 1. All right, inchworm. Walk those hands out into a plank. And then back again. Stand up. Just do a few of these here. Whew. Did some core work yesterday, and I'm feeling that today. My abs are sore. All right, one more of these. And we'll just do some nice simple arm circles. Good. All right, some big arm circles to the front. And to the back. Good, I'm gonna pause this. Alrighty, so while I'm going through the first exercises, just make sure you're moving your feet. Repeat any of those warm-up exercises that we did while you're watching. Okay, but our first, we should have gotten a chair to demo some options here. Okay, so we've got mountain climbers, a squat with a calf raise, a curl pec deck. I never know what to call it, but I like it. It's a good move. And then standing crunches. So first one, mountain climbers down on the ground, driving those knees forward. Option is to take it to the chair. Okay? So we've got that. Then we're going to do a squat, just pushing those hips back and down, and then up into that calf raise if you can. You can also just keep it at the squat. You can also use a chair, just squat down into that chair. And then we're going to grab our hand weights. This is pretty much the only time we're going to grab hand weights, unless you want to use them for any of your lower body. We're going to keep our arms in a L shape. We're just going to scoop them up, open, and bring it back down. So up, open, close, back down. All maintaining that right angle with the elbow. Okay? So we're going to do that. And then standing crunches. You can grab a weight if you want for this one. We're just going to be here, taking that leg back. Okay? Show you from this side. Driving that knee in. Okay? You can add the weight if you want a little bit more upper body with the shoulders. Okay, we're going to start in 10 seconds. So again, we're going to start with those mountain climbers. All right. We're starting in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Mountain climbers, 45 seconds. 45 seconds can be a good bit of time for mountain climbers, okay? So if it becomes too much, you can just drop and hold the plank. Stop the movement. You can drop down to your knees, or maybe you take it up a little bit. But trying to keep our neck in alignment with the rest of our spine. So I'm not looking back at my toes, not looking up. I'm pretty much just right between my hands to just maybe just in front of my hands. 10 more seconds, almost there. Woo. Working that core. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, slowly make your way up. Got about 10 seconds. And we're going to take it into squats and a calf raise. I'll do a side view so you can just see form. 2, and 1. Here we go. So set it down into those. Back and down into those heels, pushing all that weight into the heel. Down at the bottom of the squat, I should be able to wiggle my toes. If not, bring too much weight into my knees and into my toes. Good. Halfway. You can also hold some weights either out in front, down at your side for this. If you want to weight it. Good. 10 more seconds. We've got this. 2 and 1. Good. Rest. Okay. Upper body. I'm going to grab my weights. And again, locking in that L shape with our arms. Whew. Out of breath. All right, starting 2 and 1. Here we go. Pull it up. Open, close, bring it down. Keeping that core engaged the whole time. Hips slightly tucked under, so I'm not arching my back, okay? So I just want to make sure that I'm keeping a nice, strong base doing these upper body moves. So I'm arching my back. It's going to put a lot of pressure on my lower back. Slight bend in the knees, okay? It's important to just make sure we're not locking our joint and restricting blood flow. Lots of people who've passed out being bridesmaid, groom, groomsmen. 2 and 1. All right, 15 seconds rest. Then we've got standing crunch for our cardio. We'll do one side and then the other. I'll tell you when to switch. All right, I'm going to put my left foot back first. 2 and 1. Here we go. So just really trying to drive that knee up into the chest. You can also be without a weight on this one, especially if you want to go nice and fast and really make it a cardio move. All right, other side. Here we go. We're halfway. So really feeling the burn through that standing leg, getting our heart rate up with this. 10 more seconds. You've got this. We've got a minute break coming. Finish strong here. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Good. All right, minute rest. I'm going to grab a quick drink and then I'll go through our next 4 exercises. All right, so next exercises, we've got climbing rope, which is a seated exercise, walking lunges, my favorite penguin tricep move, and then some low shuffles for our cardio. Okay, so for our climbing rope, we're going to be down on the ground, okay? Feet down on the ground, slightly tilted back, really reaching up. Getting a nice little rotation through that abdominal and pulling down, okay? Walking lunges are just how they sound. I'm gonna start back here. We're just gonna walk through a lunge. You can also pause in the middle, okay? If you need to. Option is to also just take it into a reverse lunge or a forward stepping lunge. If the walking is too much, too hard for the balance. Okay, so we've got that. Next we're gonna do penguins. A great cardio move that you don't need any weights for. Put our arms straight back, slight hinge in the hips. We're just going to try to clap our hands behind our back. I'm going to show you a little back. Okay? So nice and strong and straight through those arms. And trying to clap those arms, keeping that tension the whole time. If you don't like those, you feel silly, then you can do some triceps. But they're really effective. All right, so then for our cardio, we're just going to do some love shuffles. Okay, whatever room you have, just use it, and that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna get this started. Take a quick drink, climbing rope. So we're gonna be seated on the ground. We're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So reaching up, really flexing through that arm. Feel that bicep do some work. That also really helps us put some tension into those abdominal muscles. Pulling that belly button into the spine, support that low back. Okay, if you want it to be a little bit harder, lean back a little further. You can also take your feet up. Just make sure that you're staying nice and stable if you take those feet up. And breathe. 10 more seconds. Here we go. Check your form. 2, and 1. Good. All right, I'm going to stand it up. Walking lunges. I'm going to grab my hand weights just to add a little extra challenge. I'm going to start in the back and walk my way forward. All right, we're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So again, you can do the walking lunge, okay? Then just take it back the other way. Or just pay attention to which one is stepping forward each time. I'm gonna go this way. I'm just gonna go turn around. Here we go. Try to keep our body nice and upright. 8 more seconds. 4, 2, and 1. Good. All right, upper body, penguins. We'll engage our lower body a little bit by getting low on those legs. So again, I'm just going to get nice and low here. Hinge at the hip. Try to clap those hands. I'm telling you, 45 seconds. It might not feel like much to begin with, but stick with me. Really squeeze through those arms. Pull that belly button in. A little back. Halfway. My arms are starting to burn. And my legs too. If your legs are getting a little bit too much, you can stand up a little bit. Maybe just hinge forward a little more. 7 seconds. Woo! 2, and 1. Oh, shake that out. Woo, that's such a good one. All right, cardio. Low shuffles. Okay. I'm gonna go side to side for me. Start over here. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it nice and low. Chest lifted. Don't completely collapse over. Okay. Good. 30 seconds. Keep it low on those legs. You can also be here. Okay. If you don't want the impact, kind of bouncing on those legs, scampering back and forth. Just walking. Keeping it low. 8 seconds. 2, and 1. Good. All right, minute rest. All right, quick drink for me. All right, round 3. Take it over here. Our first one is going to be a reverse plank. So, I'm starting this position. And bring my legs up, trying to lift those hips. Now, if that's too much, you can go into more of a reverse tabletop. Just trying to pull those hips up the whole time. Another option is to take it to a chair. Okay? So we've got those. We're going to do a plie squat. I'm going to add a little calf raise, just for fun. Okay? If that's too little for you, you could consider adding a little hop. So come down and then hop it up. Okay? Oh, I kind of lied. I'm going to use my weights again. Hi, sorry about that. All right, I'm going to do a deadlift into a row, stand it back up. So just a slight bend in the knees, really pushing those hips back, nice flat back. Add the row, stand it up. Okay? And then our last one is a squat jack. So nice and low, and then coming back up. All right, we ready? Get another drink. All right, so starting with our reverse plank. 2, and 1. Here we go. So keeping those hips lifted, gaze up to the sky. This is 2 isn't enough. You can add a single leg raise. Woo! I'm not quite at and squeeze through those glutes. Keep those hips lifted. If you feel them sagging or you need to drop, do that. Then get right back to it. You can also add that tabletop like I said, okay? Up in that tabletop. All right, 10 more seconds. Let's work through it. Woo! Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze those glutes. 2 and 1. Good. Rest. Woo! All right, stand it on up slowly. We're going to do a little plie squat. If you want, you can add a weight and hold that. So nice and wide. Here we go. So down and up. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Hold that belly button into the spine. Side angle, okay? I'm working on going more straight down, as you can see, than back like in a normal squat, okay? So a little different here. Really trying to target our inner thighs with the plie squat. Good. 20 more seconds here. Also good for, increasing some of that flexibility. Five more seconds. 2 and 1. Good. All right, deadlift and row. We'll do a side angle again for you. So nice soft knees. Again, pushing those hips back. 2 and 1. Here we go. Taking it down. Row. Stand it up. Nice flat back. Chest lifted. Nice controlled movement here. 30 more seconds. Another option, if you're doing this again, you do a fly instead. So, some different options here. Some people like to do a deadlift into an upright row, work the shoulders a little bit. Okay, so just giving you some options while we're doing this workout. Maybe not necessarily for right now, but for later. 2 and 1. Good. All right. Squat jack for our cardio. So again, taking it into a narrow stance, popping it up to the jack, then back down. All right. 2 and 1. Here we go. Option is to come up, one leg out. Okay. And also just go about down halfway. So do what feels good for your body. Can also just do a plain old jumping jack. Nothing wrong with that. Good. 20 seconds. All right. Almost there. 1 minute break coming. Keep with it. I know you're tired, but you've got this. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. All right. All right, last round, right? Okay, so we've got plank jack, curtsy lunges, push-ups, and high knees. Okay, so plank jack. You're down in our plank position. We're going to hop it out or step it out, okay? Make sure that you're not doing a bunch of bouncing, okay? The biggest thing with the plank jack is making sure you're not doing that. Okay. You can also do it from a chair. All right, then we've got the curtsy lunge. If you've taken my class before, you've seen it. Just stepping kind of back and diagonally. Working on that outer thigh. Okay? Pause this for a quick sec. Then I'm going to make you get back down to push-ups. Okay? So whatever feels good for you, I'm going to do a modified for my knees. So just taking it down and up, okay? You can also do it on a chair or on a wall, or full. And finally, our high knees. We're going to be here, getting those knees up. Option is to move quickly, add the arms. If doing the high knees the whole 45 seconds is a little too much, do the high knees for a few, and switch to some butt kicks. That's high knees and butt kicks, okay? All right, starting with that plank jack. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice, stable lower body. There's gonna be a little bounce, just don't want it to be super bouncy, okay? Option again, is just to step it out. If you feel like you're starting to bounce too much, take it to the step out. You can also just hold the plank from your knees or from your toes. So take your options halfway through. Squeeze into that core. Really pull that belly button into the spine. Shoulders over the wrists. 10 more seconds. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo. I swear, it's the core stuff on the ground that always makes me so sweaty. All right, lower body. We've got curtsy lunges. Slowly stand it up. Starting in 3 and 1. Here we go. So alternating that curtsy lunge, taking that leg back and behind. It can be helpful to hold onto a chair if balance is an issue. And then if doing any of these single leg exercises, like any form of lunge basically, you can just take it into a 2, use your 2 legs. Duh. Oh, words are good. And just do some squats. Okay, so if lunges are problematic for you, doing some version of a squat is always a good option. Okay. Woo! 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm gonna turn my mat so I can protect my knees. Got push-ups next. Shuffle myself down here. 2, and 1. Here we go. Down and up. Now, I get a lot, you keep going. Get asked a lot, where hand placement should be. If you want to work more of your triceps, you want your arms to kind of go straight on your body, okay? Otherwise, you take it out just a little bit wider to work on that chest. You're going to feel it in your shoulders a little bit too. If you take it even wider than that, it will more target your shoulders and your back a little bit more. So it really just kind of depends on where you want to target. 2 and 1. All right. Last one, high knees. Last 45 seconds. Then we're going to take it to the floor for a quick little ab finisher. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Get those knees up. Whether you're doing high impact or low, bring those knees toward your chest, okay? If you're doing low impact, make sure you're moving those arms. High impact too. But for our low impact folks, low impact does not mean low intensity, okay? Just means that all of that pounding is a little harsh for our body. So we ramp it up by adding in the arms because that gets our cardio rate up, our heart rate up a little bit more, okay? Otherwise, still helpful to pump those arms. Keep that momentum going. 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna get out of it. Go to my countdown. All right, so we're gonna do 4 core exercises. We're gonna do a side plank, 2 side planks. So side plank on the left, side plank on the right. And then some lower back work, superheroes and swimmers. Formerly known as Supermans, but I decided that's not inclusive enough for me. So superheroes it is. All right. So we're going to start with the side plank. We're going to do 30 seconds. I'm going to bring my timer closer to me. Okay, so side plank. You can be down on your elbow, up on your hand. Either way. Just want to keep those hips lifted. Another option here. All right, 30 seconds. Here we go. So you can also have one knee down. So I'm going to keep your lower body in nice straight alignment. Okay. You can stack your feet. You can do that. I always feel super awkward when I do side planks. Probably because I don't do them enough, right? That's why I should do them more. 3, 2, and drop it down. Good. All right, other side, 30 seconds, same thing. All right, picking it up in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. You will most likely notice that one side is stronger than the other. This happens to be my stronger side. It doesn't feel as awkward. It feels like a little bit easier to keep my hips up. So that's something I can work on. Perhaps I do this side a little bit fewer seconds than my other side. Add on a few seconds to my other side. All right, 2 and 1. Good. All right, next exercise are superheroes. Okay, got a few options here. Lift up with the legs and the upper body. Just lift the upper body, or just lift the legs. Okay, we're going to hold it up at the top for a second before we slowly lower down. So don't flop down like a dead fish. Okay. Okay. Just going to show one more option. Sorry. If that is too much for your low back, bird dog is a great option. Okay. So just alternating. Right arm forward, left leg back, and so on. Okay. All right, so superheroes, 30 seconds. Here we go. Squeezing up. And slowly lowering down. Squeeze into it. Working that lower back a little bit here. Good, 10 more seconds. And rest, good. All right, last one are swimmers, okay? So if you were doing the bird dog, you can continue to do that. But otherwise, we're just gonna be here, keeping our arms and legs lifted the whole time. Again, same thing with the Supermans, you can just do upper body or lower body. Though I'd recommend probably upper body. Lower body alone feels a little weird sometimes. All right, ready? 30 seconds. And here we go. Just make sure you're not like lifting your neck up too high. Just keep your eye gaze right down on the floor. Neck in neutral alignment. Squeeze through those glutes. Feel this in your low back. Good, almost there. 10 more seconds. We'll do a few stretches and be done. 5, 2, and 1. Good. All right, I'm going to push it back into child's pose. Taking my hands out front. Good. Look through one arm and the other. Tilt a little bit. And slowly roll it up. Whew. Switch it. All right. I'm just going to do seated stretches today because we're already here. Just going to stretch through my hamstring. So grabbing that knee. Trying to keep our back as flat as possible. I'm not super good at this. Also not super flexible, but I can touch my toes, so that's good. But just really trying to pull in that belly button to the spine and slightly lean forward. You really don't need to do a whole lot to feel a good stretch with this one. Don't want to do too much. Okay, other side. Whew. One side is definitely tighter than the other, I can tell. All right, so we'll work through these stretches. We'll do a standing quad stretch at the end. It's my favorite ways to just quad stretch, but while we're here. Good. All right, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and just lie on the back, do a figure 4 stretch. So I'm going to push my top knee away from me while I'm trying to pull my bottom leg, bottom knee toward me. Get a little deeper of a stretch. If you have enough stretch with just the figure 4, then just keep that, okay? This shouldn't hurt. Just feel a little uncomfortable and feel, like a stretch, but no pain. You don't want that. Good. Look at the other side, just for the interest of time. Always do these some more later tonight. Good. All right, I'm going to slowly make my way up. You can also just roll to your side, plant your arm, and push yourself up. Okay, we're going to do hip stretch here. So it's going to make a nice right angle with both of my legs. I'm going to lean into it just a little bit to get a little extra stretch, but it's not really necessary. Usually if you're squeezing into that glute, tucking that hip under, you get a nice good stretch through the front of that hip. I'm going to add a little lean toward my front leg to just deepen that stretch a little bit as well. I said this before, but this is a great stretch to do if you're sitting a lot during the day. Shortens our hip flexors in the front. And so can really add a lot of tightness to our front hips, which then can tighten up other things and cause some low back pain. So this is, if you have low back pain, this is one of the first stretches to start with, as well as that figure 4 stretch. All right, so I didn't say switch, but I'm doing my other side in case you didn't know. Good, all right. I'm going to definitely do that one a little bit more. I'm going to put my feet back down right under me, roll it up. I'm going to stretch out my arms a little bit, grab that leg for a quad stretch. I'm going to open up my chest a little bit just to add a little extra stretch while I'm doing this one. Good, leg down, other side. Again, I'm going to use my other arm to kind of pull it back. Do a little chest opener. For this to get a deeper stretch, really squeeze into that glute, kind of helps you tuck under that hip and get a nice stretch through the front of the leg again. Good. All right, I'm just going to round through my back. Nice rounded shoulders here. Really separate those shoulder blades, feel that separation. I'm going to do one more chest opener here. Push my chin to the sky. Good. Thumbs down, thumbs up. Maybe a little tricep stretch for you. Feel free to do those. But again, my name, I don't know if I said this at the beginning. My name is Katie. Thank you for joining me today. I will be teaching this class through July. It's at 5:15 on Thursdays. I also teach a lower body class at 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesdays. My energy is a little bit lower on those days. I'm not a morning exerciser, just to warn you. But if you like this workout, throw something in the comments, like it. Feel free to email us at virtualfitness@tryhealth.com. Make sure that you subscribe to the page. I think that's about it. But thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful to have you here today. And have a great day, a great Friday, a great weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye.